Coach Red Pat here today. I am here with Kyle Bornheimer from Amazon Freevee's High School, which is premiering on October 14th. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule today, Kyle.
Oh, my pleasure.
So I have to ask you, having kids in high school is one thing, but having twins is its own experience for sure. Can you just talk about the challenge of playing parent of the twins when they're in such a crucial part of their life?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was one of the great what drew me to this. One of the many reasons that I was drawn to this was playing the father, the quasi stepfather in this case, to two twins that are 15 years old and going into high school and discovering themselves and discovering their identities and their sexuality and finding their talent, which was I think one of the most fascinating things about it. This is a slow burn of a story that really puts you into the headspace of two teenagers discovering they're good at something. And it's a very endearingly told in that respect. My favorite scene is the moment that we are first exposed to their talent, and they're very shy about it and are just starting out. But it was a really lovingly written scene and very easy to play because I was watching two young artists in themselves who play Tegan and Sarah, Season and Rayleigh. Um, this is the first movie they've done, or first show they've done, first time they've ever been on set, first time they're playing music, playing these two iconic characters. And I got to see them kind of go through that process themselves a little bit. And it was a real joy. It was a real pleasure to be able to do that.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, so this was their first role as actors. So what was it like working with them overall? And was there any advice that you shared with them, just that maybe you got from early on when you first started with your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think you try. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of great models in front of me. Either actors and writers, directors who either imparted some advice, but mainly it was just from um, watching others do it before me and having them model just great professionalism and great kindness. I mean, it really comes down to professionalism and kindness. And um, it is hard when you're a 19-year-old kid who's never done this before and you're stepping in to carry this show as Season and Rayleigh were, to know what you're getting into. It's a different world. You don't know what a set's like and who does what. I think the advice that maybe Kobe and I would try to impart sometimes is just the sort of detail. Oh, this person does this, and this is why we're doing this, and this will take this long. Just to sort of get yourself a little more comfortable with the process. And it can be a very fun family atmosphere on set, and we wanted Season and Rayleigh to have that feeling. We wanted them to walk away from this feeling or enduring it and having a really good feeling where you're putting the work in, you're doing your work, but you're also part of kind of a special environment when you're on set that most of us feel pretty lucky to be part of.
And Tegan and Sarah served as executive producers on this series. Can you just describe the collaboration process of working with the two of them as well?
Yeah, I mean, that was another one of the great joys. I mean, actors, we like to think we're super cool, but when we're up against rock stars, where we can't compare. So whenever we can be associated with rock stars in any kind, we'll take it. And um, the relationship with them started by me reading their book. I mean, I knew their music. I did not know their story though, and I couldn't put their book down. It was incredibly vulnerable and revealing. They were so honest about themselves as teenagers, um, and they didn't paint themselves all saintly. They were often brats when they were in high school, like we all are, and they really put that in there, and it really humanized their experience. And when we, started collaborating and talking about it more and more, they were also wanted Clea to be able to tell her story. It doesn't have to be overly loyal to the book. It's a constant conversation, I think, between all the creators on what's the best story to tell for this show called High School. And so Tegan and Sarah have a wonderful touch with that. And some things are important to kind of get exactly right, and some things are better when they're interpreted through Clea and the actors. And Tegan and Sarah have just an innate artistic sense about that, and it was very fun to collaborate and also just trade stories about their rock star world.
Well, thank you again, Kyle, for taking time out of your schedule to talk about this. Just a reminder, guys, that High School will be premiering on Amazon Freevee on October 14th. Make sure you check it out. And it was great talking to you today, Kyle.
All right, my pleasure. Thanks a lot, Pat.
Thank you.